the man. You gotta beat the man. And I'm saying, woo! You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun. And I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo! Styling and profiling. Woo! Showtime.
Welcome to Defend the Hustle. Buffalo always keeps it a buck.
I can guarantee you most of the audience is gonna agree with me before they agree with you.
Lock in, because Buffalo is about to
crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
Go ahead and
right here, right now.
You go ahead.
subscribe and share now.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Defend the Hustle. Our special guest tonight is Johnny Cajun Roots Reseller. He's our special guest at the end of the month. Johnny, we're glad to have you here. So go ahead and introduce yourself, and we'll get this show on the road.
Well, thank you for having me be part of this, too.
I am the middleman picker, part-time reseller, full-time truck driver. I sell on Amazon, Walmart, eBay, and now Whatnot again. Thank y'all for coming out. Ready to get it started this Sunday.
That's right. And then tomorrow is Memorial Day, so there's no mail tomorrow. The post office is closed. The banks are closed.
More work.
That's right. More work. Anywho, I'm Cajun Roots Reseller, New England Cajun Roots Reseller. Y'all know me as Johnny. I do my morning shows. I'm full-time eBay reseller. I'm a reseller on eBay, Mercari, Etsy, Poshmark. I have antique boots, and I do a morning show Monday through Friday. Bingo every Monday night. Yes, we will be having bingo tomorrow night at 4:30 as our normal regular scheduled time. And every Wednesday, I do a hump day auction, and every first Tuesday of each month, I also do the rapid fire round showcasing of members of the channel. Don't forget to check out my channel. Come and check us out.
All right, and I am Buffalo Picker, a full-time reseller, double retired fellow in military. For all of you all that don't know me in the chat, like I said earlier, it's a pleasure to have Johnny on the show. He bring a different flavor at the end of the month, and everybody that knows Johnny in the chat know that he is the businessman on YouTube when it comes to reselling. So once again, we're glad to have you, Johnny, and I'm going to say that every time we get you on the show.
Thank you.
So today we just gonna, we call this our Free Fall Sunday. So we subject to talk about anything outside of politics and religion. We try to just stay basically on reselling and things that has a play in that arena. So it's a lot of disciplines with reselling. It is not one way to do it, and that's why we try to get people on here that's touching all different types of platforms so that we can put this out to people that if you're interested in, just say Amazon and that's the only place you want to sell, this is the place you need to be. If you're interested in eBay or Walmart, this is the place you need to be. And also we try to bring in people that specialize in the other platforms, Poshmark and what's the other, Mercari, other different type platforms. If you put your question in the chat and you definitely want to know about these different platforms, just let us know. I mean, we know quite a few people that sell on these different platforms, and we'll invite them to the show and surround the show typically around that particular topic. So just let us know what you want to know about these different platforms, and we could get the experts in here to talk about it. But for our show, we pretty much surround ourselves with Amazon, eBay, Walmart, and now Whatnot. Middleman, I started on Whatnot before Middleman, but I haven't sold on Whatnot in 3 years. And Middleman basically been selling on Whatnot for probably like the last year consistently. So he just mentioned that he's now a reseller back on Whatnot. And I'm actually getting ready for Whatnot sale myself, but it's going to be another few weeks. So the closer we get to it, the more I'm going to talk about it and let you all see what I have.
You see, he's shaking his head no over there, right?
Oh no, I missed that. Wait, yeah, man.
I ain't consistent. I ain't
Well, I
consistent
mean,
on putting.
you've been selling,
Yeah.
more consistently than me. Let's put it
Yeah.
like that. Because the last time I was on there was 2023. So,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, so I'll definitely be showing you all some of the inventory by photos of the items I'm going to have, and my first sale is probably my first three sales are going to be $1 start type
Mm.
sales, and it's going to be some good stuff. So y'all come out and support and get the word out. Once I start advertising it, you all get the word out. I mean, like I said, some good stuff y'all gonna see beforehand, and then, like I said, it was definitely be a $1 start type auction. So let's go ahead and get into what we accomplished this week. Middleman, you can kick it off, and we'll get around Johnny. Cause I know Johnny got like 10 things he done did this week already.
Yeah. Well, like I was saying backstage, I started my my Walmart shipments,
Yeah.
and I'm working on my Amazon shipment tonight. Well, I started this morning and started getting all my inventory in here and started putting it on there to get that shipment up out of here. I should finish it up after the show. Yeah, basically what I've been doing is just trying to ship into Amazon and Walmart. I need my storages. I need my storages back. I need to get rid of one of them. They after a while that start eating into your profit. I've had those storage for the last 6-7 years now, so it's time to move on from them. I was talking about building in the back of the house, but I'm gonna let Amazon and Walmart do all the heavy lifting. I'm tired of not tired of, but it's a lot of work when you're working full time and coming home and trying to pack orders, and then everybody know about the fourth quarter. When the fourth quarter come up, it's nonstop grind. You really don't have time for anything. So I'm trying to cut out some of my time and give it all pass it on to Amazon and Walmart, because I know Amazon. I'm paying them a subscription every month, so it's time to get them back that lift. You know what I mean? Because originally that's how I started, but COVID made me, get out of Amazon because they kicked everybody out of it. Told you to start selling fulfilling, so I started selling fulfilling and never looked back. Now it's time to go back to that model again, because as I'm noticing, I'm selling more stuff on Amazon than I am seller fulfilling. So it's showing me again that's the best way to go. You
Right.
know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I'm basically doing, is trying to get all my inventory in Amazon and Walmart.
Okay. Johnny.
Well, for me, I've been listing, processing. I'm getting ready for another auction this week. I actually have one this week, and I have three next week. So I'm getting ready for that. Basically, doing processing. I've been listing every day on eBay, Poshmark, and also I don't know if I talked a little bit about this on my other channel on my morning show. For those who may not know, Bonanza has been really hot for me lately, and I say that because I'm listing a lot on eBay, and I have that tied into Bonanza, and I've been doing Bonanza over 5 years now. And Bonanza, I'm still getting sales every week. So that's just another platform. A lot of people are getting away from Bonanza. I'm hearing a lot of different videos coming out saying, "Oh, they're charging." Well, believe it or not, it's only 20%, just like you would get on eBay, plus a 20 cents. It's all one transaction. It's just a processing fee that you pay the end, just basically like you would do when you sell on eBay. So for me, Bonanza's been pretty good for me. But I've been listing every day, packing, pulling, getting the shows ready. I'm getting ready to start a new show in July. For anyone those who have been in the morning show know that what I've been talking about in the morning in reference to going to start a shop hop resellers live auction pre-recorded, so to say. Basically, it's going to be a drop ship type of video where you pre-record it. You sell your items, you talk about your items, and you just basically have a time slot that you put in your video. You can do it as a premiere, or you can do it as a live, regular uploaded video. That's going to bring more traction to your channel, as well as get you some sales and get people to know who you are as a community. So it's going to be more of a community type sale, but it's going to be more like a drop shop, a shop hop type thing. So I'm working on that to get that done and ready for July is when my first show is going to be. So that's going to be where anybody can sign up. You get 30 minutes to do a video, upload it, or you do it as a premiere, and you get to sell things and give it a number, name, number. You claim it, and basically it's claiming it in the comment section, which gets a lot of transactions going for your channel. So that's what my goal is for July.
Okay. I got somebody in my ear right now, so.
Okay, now one more thing as a public service announcement. If you're on eBay, we're getting close to the end of the second quarter. You got 1 month and a week left. So if you have not, or you at a store level where you get a store coupon, make sure you use it before you lose it, because you got 1 more month and a week left. And if not, you're going to lose that little coupon that you get depending on what level store you have.
Right. All right. Milkman, we was talking last week, and we was saying, like, we are this close to Q3 already.
Yeah.
So before you know it, it's gonna be Q4 again. It's like this year is speeding by.
All right, there's a question in the chat. I'm going to answer this real quick. Didn't Bonanza just add a new fee? What I've been paying on mine, and that's for those who are new to Bonanza, I pay 14.5%. And I'm going off of my last sale that I just got this past week. 2.5%. I pay $2.45 total fee. That breaks it down to 14.5 of the value fee and 25 cents for transaction fee. That is it. My total for that one item was only $2.45. So it's basically almost like eBay. So it's
Right.
14.5 value and 25-cent transaction. That's it.
So compared to eBay, what's the ratio in the sales? That do you have the same amount of inventory on Bonanza as you have on eBay?
Everything I have listed on eBay is pulled automatically to Bonanza.
Yeah.
And you can pull other platforms, but what I do is I like it because if I list on eBay, it puts it on Bonanza. Now, every day you might want to go check in and make sure that they did pull everything in and it's correct. But what I like about it, for example, I sold something today. I had 3 of them. So I go back and just to double check, because now I should have only 2 left in inventory. And it does pull that one from my eBay store. So it does show that I have 2 left on hand there and 2 left on Bonanza. So if it sells, it automatically pulls it from, and if you only have one, it pulls the wholesale and it brings it down. If you have multiples, it only pulls that one from that actual sale.
Okay. Cool.
And then what I do is I'll go in on a regular basis and I check to make sure my listings are there. But also, I don't know if you know about lately, they've been having the advertisement of advertising your listing items on Facebook. Every day I go on Facebook, I see that ad section. Several of my items are in that section on Facebook. And it also shows from Bonanza because it is also tied into Google.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's another free advertisement, and you're not really saying free because you're paying the fees, which is 14.5% of your value and 25-cent transaction.
Right.
And you only pay that when the item sells.
Okay. We're going to have 2 giveaways tonight. So the first up is going to be a Funko Pop, the Hulk in the Avenger outfit. If y'all can see that, I got a protected cover on it. So this is how you're going to receive it. Also, I'm going to do a Lego giveaway, the Luke Skywalker X-Wing. I don't know if y'all can see that one. So these are the 2 items I'm giving away tonight. And before we get too far, I want to give a shout out to the chat. Miss Buffalo gave me a reminder that I forgot to shout out the chat. So let me give a shout out to the chat before I get a whooping. So we got first in the chat is Lil David. Thank you for being the first in the chat and supporting the channel. All in one package, Miss Buffalo. Appreciate both of you all what you do for the channel. What else we got in here? Florida Girl Picker, appreciate your support. Samurai, thank you for coming out, supporting the channel. Let me know if you got your packages too. I think you sent me a message, but I'm not sure if I responded back. But put in the chat whether or not you received your package. I think I put you an extra item in there as well. Land Shark Picker, what's going on, Land Shark? Double OG, Triple G, OG, thank you for coming out. Cheryl, thank you for all that you do for the channel as well. Harry Hamstone, thank you for coming out supporting the channel. Let's see. Did I miss anybody?
Regina.
Regina Michelle, yeah. So Regina got her own channel running up. So y'all make sure y'all go out and support her channel as well. Support
And
her
Cheryl
content.
and Cheryl Beach and Jim.
And who else?
Cheryl Beach and Jim.
Yeah, I call Cheryl. I just can't put that last bit together, but I call her Cheryl.
Okay.
But thank y'all for coming out supporting the channel. So for me, my week started out. I had to get on the road to go to my twin grandboys graduation in Tennessee. So that took me away from the reselling for a few days. But when I got back, I had to, I know I had mentioned a couple of weeks ago that I was doing a sale at the warehouse, which I did. It didn't go as planned, but I'm thankful for the people that did come through. Uh, so this week, starting on Friday, we basically got back and started cleaning off the tables and rearranging the warehouse back into its original form so that I can basically do my daily operations out of there. So I've been basically for the last 2 weeks is just kind of maneuvering around in the warehouse, squeezing in here, squeezing in there, moving a rack over there to get to stuff. So now I got everything back basically on my basic layout to get my operation back going. And with that, we was able to take certain things and label the boxes so that once I start the whatnot journey, I'll be able to go and identify the boxes that I'm going to sell for that particular sale. So I got a lot of good stuff. I got a lot of good brands. Legos will be a part of that sale as well. Um, you know, LOL Surprise. And I mean, I can just keep naming brands, but I got a lot of stuff that I know I can't get my hands on to process through the normal channels. So I'm just going to move it on whatnot. And like I said earlier, that sale will be a $1 start. So it's going to be some gems in there for resellers to come in and buy and make some money. So if it sell for $1, I'm cool with it. I just want it gone. So I can get the space and do whatever else I need to do. With this deal I have with Walmart, they are constantly calling me to come and buy. So it's like I'm supposed to be going like this, but I'm actually going like this. And, I want to have another out to move this stuff. The out with Amazon, Walmart is great, but I think with the things that I can't process, whatnot is going to help me out a lot. So, and if people can come by and take advantage of these $1, maybe $3, $4 deals, it's gonna be a win-win situation.
Yep.
Because most of the stuff I have, if you can buy it for maybe say $1 to $6, you still gonna be in a position to make $10 to $12 off the items. Because as a reseller, I'm comping my stuff, so I already know basically the retail value of it. So and some of that stuff I will put out there that, hey, this right here, retail at such and such. So you'll have an idea. You'll be pretty much informed when you putting your bid down that say, okay, I wanted to bid for $3, this sale for 19, this sale for 21. this is what I can make after the
Mhm.
fee. So I'm gonna be very transparent with that, and but more to come on that once we get closer to the sale. It's gonna be a few weeks from now. I got a couple other social events coming up that I'm involved with that I gotta get that pretty much taken care of, and then once that is done, then we'll be fully focused on whatnot, trying to do probably 2 shows a week until I can get that inventory down to where I want to have it.
Do you know about when you're going to start having it? Or what's your
It's
goal?
probably going to be the whatever the weekend after the 11th, that following week after the
That's
11th.
after Father's Day then.
Yeah.
Because
So
Father's Day
that's
is the
when,
15th.
yeah, my mother-in-law birthday is the 11th, and we having a party for her. So whenever that is done, then I'm gonna do the whatnot. We'll already be set up, but we won't kick it off until that is over with. And like I said, I'm probably gonna run it 2 times a week
I'll be
until
looking
that
for it because I'm in
inventory.
Louisiana that week.
Huh?
I'll be in Louisiana that week.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it won't be just 1 week, so
I know,
I
but
got a lot of
I'll be
inventory.
on
I
that.
got.
I'll be on the computer more at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay. Yeah, man, I have. I think I have 14 extra large boxes of inventory to go through that I'm gonna put out for this sale. So I have a lot. So it's gonna be a few weeks. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
be running it, and if people coming by to buy it, like I said, it's more better. And most of the items are new in the package. And
Yeah. I will be
see,
that week because my Father's Day is the 15th. My birthday is the day after Father's Day, so I'm spending the whole week in Louisiana.
okay, okay, cool, cool.
Hey, John, you got a question in the chat.
I'm getting the answer for her right now. I do have a video on that.
Oh,
I'm getting that now. I'm getting the link, Cheryl.
Let's see. This the question right here.
Yeah, about Etsy.
yeah.
Somebody got their YouTube on.
I don't.
It's not on.
Make sure you have the offstage feed on the bottom left corner. Make sure
It's
it's
off.
turned off from blue to red.
Yeah, I did that as soon as we started.
Well, I'm talking about for Tommy.
Oh,
Yeah,
Tommy.
mine is off. I
Yeah,
just
mine
heard
is
some
too.
feedback earlier.
I just
Okay.
have the chat open. I only have StreamYard in the chat. All right, that's the video I did on how to do that for your shipping on Etsy to get it all on one label. If that's what you're talking about, Cheryl. I get a lot of compliments on that video. A lot of comments saying that they're glad I did that video.
I'm just highlighting. I'm trying to catch up in the chat. I'm
Yeah.
just highlighting. But that's pretty much all I accomplished this week is just getting the warehouse back set up. I got a lot of packages to get ready uh, tomorrow, even though I know USPS is going to be closed, but I got to get it together so I can just drop it off on Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
Um,
Well, let me ask you this: with that, you can't go. Y'all have a Staples?
Staple for
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Our Staples, they take packages 7 days a week. You can still drop them off at Staples if you have a label on it already.
Yeah.
Bring it to USPS through Staples.
Okay. Okay.
I do it all the time with
Yeah,
Staples.
Staples is actually a half a mile up the road from our warehouse.
Yep.
So I definitely look into that because
Yep.
I definitely want to get them out of my hands.
Yeah, you can bring them as long as you have the label on it already, and they'll give you a receipt with a coupon to use within the store.
Right.
Hey, I found out something about that signature yesterday. My wife put me on game on the signature, right? You know that they don't have to go to the post office to pick up the item, right? That slip that they give them, they can actually sign it and put it back in the mailbox, and just put the flag up. And what they'll do is see that they signed the slip. They'll bring the package back to them. I didn't even know that. My wife put me up on that because that would happen to her.
The only time you have to sign for it is if it's signature required.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
because some people, they don't like to um, sign for the items, and and they don't realize they don't have to go to the post office. Just sign the slip and put it back in your mailbox, and they'll put the item
Well,
in the
one good
mail.
thing about it though, if you do go to the post office and pick it up, because I know some people may not be able to, they may not have a transportation wise, but at least with that, you also they scan it to say that you picked it up well, not just giving them the receipt, the
Yeah,
slip.
you know, and that's something I didn't even know.
Now I have a question for y'all with the Walmart. Because I hear you saying you're packaging and shipping. Is it similar to Amazon where you have to? Is it where you can only send it in to get shipped out, or can you still do your own shipping? But what Walmart?
Yeah,
What
you
you
can do
mean?
your own. You can do both.
Okay, because I hear you say
Yeah,
you're packing the ship, but I didn't know if you could still do it like you did with what I did with
Mhm. Like FBM. Yeah.
yeah, FBM.
yeah, yeah. You got seller fulfill and WFS,
Okay,
Walmart fulfill,
I figured it was
Walmart.
called something different. Yeah.
Yeah, WFS,
Okay.
Walmart fulfill services. But it's
'Cause I'm looking at the gun on Walmart, but I didn't know if it was similar to Amazon.
it's a lot it's a lot easier if you don't have inventory labs. Walmart's a lot easier. You know what I mean? Than Amazon, because if you don't have inventory labs to do Amazon, it's kind of
I
long
don't.
tail. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But it's doable. Amazon trying to make it better for you to ship it without using the inventory labs.
Hmm.
But inventory labs makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Walmart is just basically you don't have to put no labels on if the UPC is in the system, you don't have to put no FM SKU on it. You just gotta just put it in
Okay.
the box. You put it in the box. You put mixed SKUs and ship it up to them. Print out the labels and ship it to them.
I just
They
like the idea of having it and shipping it myself.
yeah,
Yeah.
but they
Yeah. You can do that though. You can do
Yeah.
that.
yeah, but they
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
they're like Amazon. They highlight you more if you ship it into them, and people tend to buy it faster when they see that Walmart shipped by Walmart on that
Okay.
item. So just like Amazon, that Prime label goes a long way.
I'll check into it.
It does definitely.
Yeah,
I,
Um.
I love shipping out as fast as I get the sale. If it can
yeah,
go out that day, it's going out that day.
And their fees are cheaper
Patrick.
as well.
Yeah.
To ship to the fulfillment center on Walmart, fees are storage fees are way less. Or I think even didn't they not say reduce them, but didn't they like they give you so many months and then before they implement the storage fees on you as for the WFS?
I think it's something like that.
Yeah, I
Um,
did read something similar to their fees.
but I could tell you one thing: that shipping to them, no matter what size your box is and how heavy it is, because they don't have the restriction that Amazon has. Man, that shipping it cost me both boxes $6.90.
For real?
Yeah, man, one box was like almost 30 pounds. You know what I mean? And another one was 28. And I was like, man, $6 for Amazon, that is easy, $14.
Hmm.
If not, $14. But it's $6. And I'm like, wow. No matter what the dimensions is, no matter how heavy it is, I'm like, wow, okay.
But then
So
you have
that's
to have
one
a
thing.
certain size box to send into Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon got the restrictions.
Yeah.
The thing is, you can't
Yeah,
go more than a
you can't
24.
be bigger than 25 inches.
That's why I just did FBM.
Yeah, 25 inches, 50 pounds.
Yep.
Anything over that, they're gonna flag you. Um, Patrick Murphy in the house. Appreciate you coming out, Patrick. Patrick said Johnny is the master shipper. Shout out to Bill Bixby. What's going on, Bill?
What's up,
Yeah,
Bill?
that whatnot sale, man, it's definitely gonna be user friendly for the reseller. So come check it out.
Yeah, I'm the same way, Patrick. Like all my orders that came in today, are already ready to go for Tuesday. But I'm also had a couple of sales since I've been down here, and they I already pulled them right before the show. Just gotta pack them for tomorrow, get them ready for Tuesday.
All right. All right.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Middleman, you was talking about your transition to downsize your storage lockers. Can you
Mhm.
speak on that a little bit? Maybe you got somebody in the audience that need this information or thinking about doing the same thing. So can you talk about that a little bit?
As far as not paying the storage fees instead of going to the
Yeah, pretty much
yeah
trying to use the facilities to store your stuff instead of paying these facilities out of your
yeah.
pocket.
'Cause one of the cons of having the storage lockers is that money is coming out but you got to pay that monthly rent every
Mm-hmm.
single month. You know what I mean? And if you miss 2 months, they'll pretty much close you out the storage. But the pro is that I can I can actually handle my own items, and I can ship it when I feel like it.
Right,
But it's a lot better for me to ship it into Amazon and Walmart because I'd rather eat their fees, and I can drop my items to move them if they already in there, and they'll move faster while they're in there because of that Prime badge or the Walmart shipping out of Walmart badge that they got. It's faster to ship it. Let them do the shipping,
right,
and I don't have to worry about all of that, like getting up and going to the storage locker and getting all the items, bring them here to the house, pack them, then and get ready for work and all that. Go get ready for bed or whatever. Um, I just find it's a lot easier. This would make me really make the decision to do it. This fourth quarter just passed. I was pushing the items into Amazon, right? And I still had the majority of my items here here in the locker, in my storage lockers, and I was noticing that the stuff that I was shipping to Amazon, I had for a year or two or whatever, they were selling right off in Amazon. They were just selling faster. You know what I mean? To the point of which I was like, wow, they wasn't selling this fast when I had it here online in storage.
mm-hmm,
Now they on Amazon and they selling faster. So
mm-hmm.
let me go ahead and start pushing this back into Amazon, release some of this pressure, and plus get that bill going. Because believe it or not, the more every time you pay on that storage locker, you adding on to the cost of those items
Mm-hmm.
every single month. So you're not really, if you're doing it like you had items in there for 2 years, 3 years, that those fees from the storage locker, that monthly bill, is added on to the inventories in them because you're still spending money on that inventory. If
Yeah.
you look at it like that, it's an
Yeah,
overhead, yeah, but you're still spending money on the inventory that's not moving. And if you
right.
got a big death pile, just imagine you got a big death pile and it's sitting in there and you paying 300, 200, or $100 or $150 a month on those on that storage locker, bro. You after a while, you on the other side of the coin. You know what I mean? Those items really is not beneficial for you to hold on no more.
Yeah, and
Normally,
also too, you can uh, potentially put yourself in the red
Yeah,
based off of all the items that you done sold prior. So
yeah,
all those monies you done made, the profits can be basically turned over into paying for the next couple of months storage.
mm-hmm.
And what I try to explain to people that would say, well, you got to pay storage fees with Amazon. Yeah, well, you do. That's true. But you can limit the amount that you pay as well because you can actually put in a time for them to ship you your stuff back so you don't get hit with those extra storage fees. And on top of that, if you come to the point where we was talking last week about, at some point you got to figure out like are you trying to make a whole lot of money off the product, or you just trying to make a profit off the product? So you got the option there that, okay, I got this item at Amazon. I'm trying to make a $20 profit, but I'm getting close to the storage fees. So in order to not pay for those extra storage fees, either I got the option to bring it back, which that's a fee, or what I can do is drop the price down to the buy box price and get all this inventory gone before and still make a smaller profit. That's the option you have as well, so that you still winning. That's what some people don't understand is that this game, as a reseller, you are in to resell. You're not in to store.
Right.
Yeah, I understand maybe one or two items that you might want to put up for a while just to kind of let the market catch up. But when you move in volume, you don't have time to play that catch up game. You trying to wash and repeat.
Yep.
So that's why I tell anybody, yes, $39.99 a month, but you can move a whole lot of volume by shipping all your stuff there. So when I make those videos and I show all those boxes that I'm shipping out, that's a good return. I don't talk about the money side of it, but it's a great return when you can send all that stuff to one place at one time. They can process it, ship it, take care of customer service, and then you just wait for the check. You
Yeah.
know, so, but yeah, I want you to talk about that because it may be somebody that come along and watch the video and they got this dilemma, like, should I continue to pay, the storage fees at these local places, or should I just start processing this stuff and sending it off to the different platforms, Walmart, Amazon, and let them handle all of that, the heavy
Yeah.
lifting, you know?
'Cause at the end of the day, you're gonna save money, even though if you do get those, if you get those storage fees in Amazon or Walmart, right?
Right,
39.99 plus whatever fees would usually be cents on the dollar. You know what I mean? $1, $2 for each one, or 45 cents, and what have you. But
right.
I'd rather pay that than pay constantly $600 a month on storage lockers. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
you can move that stuff in Amazon, drop it down to the buy box, get it out of here.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And I don't have to do the packing. I don't have to do the shipping. I don't have to do anything.
customer
I don't have to
service.
keep
Right.
buying boxes because I got a whole bunch of different size boxes, all kind of shipping supplies. A lot of that can get downsized as well. So now I'm saving money on that as well. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
My time is very important now. It's
Yeah,
been
'cause I
important, but
mean, when you got, like you say, I think you say you had 4 storage lockers, right?
yeah,
And not to get personal, but I'm just saying in general, you got to understand is that now you got to account for all your sales to be able to cover those storage fees. If not,
every
then
month.
you are in the red, and now you taking away from your personal funds to help allocate the payment for those storages.
Yeah,
So how are you winning with that? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying anybody. I'm not saying you
anybody.
at all. I'm just saying
Yeah,
anybody. You can't win when all of your profits are going right back into the place you keeping your goods. That's one of the reasons why myself is getting out of leasing the warehouse, because at times I was finding myself just barely getting over, the red, staying in the black barely, and that ain't how you want to move. You want to be in a position where, you are constantly in the black. We're small businesses. We're not
yeah,
corporations. Corporations, they can stay in the red for 4 or 5 months, and then the last 6 months or 7 months of the year, they straight in the black. That's why they having the Black Friday sales and all that kind of stuff. But we can't afford to do that. We got to stay in the black all year long. If you want to try to make your business grow, but if you flip flopping, every other month, that's you're not stable. You know, so
look,
I would advise anybody, if you have the out to be able to mass ship your stuff to a location where they can process it, then do that. But I understand there are some people that just want to handle and ship their own stuff, And I be like that at times, but then at times I realize I got too much stuff. I need to let somebody else handle it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
See, see, I don't have a problem with shipping my own. I got a problem with my time. This is part time for me, but it's a full time job. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm fortunate enough to have a good job in which if I have to dip into my personal, I can. But I don't. My business pays for itself. I do not want to mix my business with my personal. You know what I mean? Because I like anybody who are still working for people. You know, you got a savings. I got to save money in order. I'm trying to retire, and I want to retire at 55. So I'm doing a lot of things. I'm trying to move a lot of things in order to retire at 55. You know what I mean? If I do it full time, now if I go full time reselling, I'm definitely getting out of those storage lockers. And the reason would be was that bill every month. You know what I mean? I know I probably still I probably still be able to handle it based off of the volume of stuff that I got and the sales that I get. You know what I mean? Based on all the platforms I sell on. But that extra money from those storage lockers can help on in your business.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You could build a building um in your yard or get a because we got a shed as well. We got a shed full of inventory. You know, I don't have four lockers. I got two lockers. My wife got four. I got two lockers, shed, office, and a garage full of stuff. Right. Um, and I'm constantly buying. But the thing is, um, being a FBM is you can I can't touch everything. You know, if I'm gonna see it, it get kicked off because Amazon kick you off listings for high pricing and things of that nature, right?
Yeah.
So some of that stuff fall in the cracks. You know what I mean? Like the day I found a $100 item that probably been sitting in that tote for months.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because Amazon kicked me off of high pricing. But now I found it. Now it's going in Amazon. Now, and I'm gonna go through every single tote. Either it's going on eBay, Amazon, and Walmart. But everything is for Amazon, everything for eBay. I mean Walmart is going in there. Everything. I don't care. I don't care if I'm making a $5 profit to it. Is all of it's going. As well. Let me take that back. Some of my more expensive figures is gonna be hard for me to let them do it because I got to touch them. I got this. I got to pack them because
Yeah.
I don't want them tearing up my stuff and then
Exactly.
putting it back.
Yeah.
So the very more expensive figures, they're not the $200-$300 figures. They're not. I'm not sending those in there. They're not gonna tilt my figures and have the
Yeah.
customer get it. You
Yeah.
know, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
but Buff was telling me what he do with his figures. You know, I've done that with this load. I'm doing sending Amazon tonight. Um, I was doing that with some of my wrestling figures and my Marvel figures. So I'm doing that just to limit some of the damage.
Yeah, just
Instead of
test it
doing
out, man. See if it worked for you. I mean, it worked for me. I ain't had no issue since I've been doing that. I've been doing it for over 2 years, and I
yeah,
have no issue. And the reason I did that is basically because of what you just said. Is I sent the stuff in, and it wasn't high dollar items, but I sent it in, wrapped it up with bubble wrap, and when they sent it back, it was trash. So I was like, you know what? If I'm going to continue to send it in, let me put an extra protection on it. And that's why I started putting them in their individual box. So I want to give a shout out to Richie Hustle for coming through. Appreciate you, Richie. And
going on, Rich?
Jay. Samurai had put a question up here, but I didn't fully understand what he was saying.
How
Um,
would you store your
About the
reselling?
storage unit in reference to the weather between the summer and the winter weathers. Um, some places have climate control,
yeah, yeah,
which is
That's
a
what
little
I'm
bit
in.
more expensive. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why my storage is more expensive because of the climate control. You got to have climate control when you're dealing
Yeah.
with electronics, some toys, batteries, all that, anything that got batteries in it, all that. You want to have a climate control locker because those batteries can explode in the heat because it get real hot down here in the south. So
Well, also with the climate controls, 9 times out of 10, it's more than one level.
yeah,
And if you're on the main floor, it's more expensive if you're on that main deck or that main floor than if you were to go to the second, third, or fourth floor, depending on how many floors they have. It's actually cheaper because you could just go up and down an elevator. But again, you're paying for the location and you're paying for being on that prime first floor to where you can spend less if you have to and take an elevator to a higher floor. But a best thing to do if you have a lot of inventory, climate control is the best way to go.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
and it will prevent that damage to your
Yep.
yeah,
goods.
Yep.
When you're talking about the winter and the
yeah.
summer.
And
I think Samurai is in Texas, so I'm pretty sure it
yeah,
get heated over there.
do
Well,
it
they
So,
reached 90 degrees already this weekend in Louisiana.
here down here
In
too. We was at
Louisiana.
100.
Come
We
on.
was
wow.
here at 100 a
Yeah.
few days.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So let me
We're still in the 40s and 50s up here.
we had 817, man. Let me go ahead and do my first giveaway. We have 11 people here. So
Well, you
the first
definitely have
give
pros and cons. You just got to figure out if it's best for you or not. It's not good.
Also,
It's not going to be working good for everybody, but you do what's best for you.
yeah, Richie, down here in Florida, we got to have climate control.
All right, this is the first giveaway. This is the Hulk with the Avengers uniform, and it's in our protected cover. So if you're interested in this, put your number in the chat from 1 to, I think it's 1 to 25, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go here and take a look at the wheel right quick.
Yeah, down in South Florida, yeah, that flooding, man. Yeah, I understand that. Well, around here too, that second floor is key because that Florida and Louisiana and other states too, man, that flooding. But that's the thing though. I don't know if everybody do it, but I do it because I put insurance on my storage lockers. I know it's just a couple. It's like 20 extra dollars a month or something like that. Um, it, it's not going to cover all of your inventory, but I think most of them, like mine, has up to $20,000 worth of insurance.
Right.
$20,000 isn't, but it's something. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. If once I get that stuff out of Amazon, I mean that stuff into Amazon and Walmart, insurance. If something happened to their warehouse, I'm covered for everything.
Yep. Yeah,
Compared to
because you already
20.
have it in inventory.
Yeah. So if I get all that in Amazon, I can leave some of the smaller things for eBay and in the storage lockers, and that $20,000 won't hurt so much.
Right.
But you got everything, all your inventory in storage lockers, and something happened, all these hurricanes and everything, and I'm in Florida,
Mhm.
so $20,000, Wayne, is not going to do nothing for me. Nothing.
All right, so it's going to be 1 to 15. We got 11 people in here. So it's going to be 1 to 15. And make sure I got it right. Let's see. It's supposed to be 10. All right, let's see.
1 through 15. But if you was doing it, man, I put 7 or 3.
Boy, I tell you. I'm glad we got the wheel. All right, it's going to have me freezing here for a second. So,
Yeah.
all right, so if you're interested in it, put your number in the chat from 1 to 15. 1 to 15. We're going to close it out.
Is Richie still in the chat? If you still here, Richie, have you still tried to sell on Walmart, or have you given up on it completely?
I think he's doing a live.
Oh, he just went live.
He was live, but he's right here.
Oh, he's still here.
Yeah, according to the thing, it said he was live.
You gave up on Walmart? Okay.
All right, we're gonna roll it, y'all.
Hmm.
All right, who got it?
Cheryl's got 9. No one's got 10.
Cheryl.
Cheryl got 9.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right, Cheryl, I got your info. I'll get this shipped out to you. Let's just go ahead and do the second one while we're on here.
Okay. You said Walmart ain't no help to you. Okay.
Let's see. I think I watched Richard video about Walmart. He was saying they was asking for too much information. All right, this is the Lego I'm gonna give away. This is a Luke Skywalker X-wing. Let's jump in here.
You have to take your share screen off and bring it back on.
All right. So
He said Walmart
this is
ain't
it,
no
y'all.
help for him.
I remember when I first tried, they denied me and let my wife start. I said, "What in the world?"
Richard says, hey, he's still waiting to get his business verified.
Yeah, they
slow.
they definitely harder to get on than Amazon for sure.
They take their time too.
Yeah, and they take their time, and
Over
also
a
you
year. Wow.
got to follow up with them too because you'll get lost in they'll have your paperwork lost in the sauce.
And they'll send you a message by midnight out the blue, and you'll never you wake up in the morning and won't even see it.
All right, go ahead and drop them in the chat from 1 to 15 if you're interested in the Lego. 1 to 15.
Yeah. That's the crazy thing about Walmart, man. If you're trying to get anybody to help you, it's hard. You know what I mean? And they only want to really help the Walmart fulfilled by sellers, because if you call that customer service, it's gonna be one for WFS, and the other one was like press 2, and you press 2 and you get a recording, but if you press 1, you get a live person. You know what I mean? And it happens every time. So I'd be like, yo, well, let me send this stuff in, man. Because apparently they want me to sit in there so they can help.
Yep.
All right, we closing this one out, y'all. All right, here we go.
$10 again? Wow.
Who got it?
So let's see who got 10.
Nita J at the closest with 7.
Yep.
No 8 or 9?
Nope. Nita
Let me
J.
run this thing. All right, Nita J, you the winner. I'm just doing a test here. Make sure it ain't stuck on 10. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Congratulations.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Nita J, I have your information in my pirate ship. I get this shipped out to you. Congratulations.
Congratulations
All
on the
right.
wins, Nita J.
Yep. And Cheryl.
And Cheryl.
All right. Let's see. So it was Cheryl and Nita J.
Yep.
Okay. Let me put
Walmart is a
sticker on
little
here.
harder to get on, but they're still in the learning process. So their customer service, like for sellers, is not going to be the same as Amazon. So if you expect for it to be like Amazon, It's not going to be like Amazon.
So it's like the employees at Walmart when you go in there and ask for a question
Yeah.
about something.
Yeah.
That's not my department. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah, oh
basically
yeah.
what you're gonna get
Yep.
if you call in to seller support and you asking them a question that they don't really know, they're gonna put you on hold forever.
They
And
hang up
then you
on
may
me.
have one that will hang up on you.
Like me, they hang up on me.
You
Like,
know,
oh,
so
I never heard of that. Click. Like, what the?
they
Hello?
definitely they
Hello?
definitely need some training.
I wonder if they get trained to say that. I don't know. They say that quickly too. There's no my department, or I'm on break.
Yeah, I swear I get that same lady every single time. And I'd be like, why
They
is
must have
she at
flagged
work
your
here?
number.
Yeah, like what's going on? So I try to be very pleasant with her.
Mhm.
So because you could tell when she's in a good mood and a bad mood, man. You can hear it in her voice.
Yeah.
And you be like, how you do? How's your day? You know, I hope you're doing well, you know, and stuff like that, just to soften her up.
Yeah.
Because she come on with attitude,
Yeah.
like, yo, come on now. Like, we talking
Yeah,
about
you know, I when I deal with them, man, I just look at it as, you know, I don't know what the last caller, you know,
yeah,
how the last caller attitude was
Yeah.
and stuff. So my thing is just to get my problem resolved. You know, I'm not there to do no other type of conversation except for give me an answer to what I need, and then we'll just move on. But what I learned with Amazon seller, Walmart seller support is those folks, man. And it's like middleman say, you know, they still new to the resale game for their platform, dealing with third party resellers, but they need some training, man. Those people, I shouldn't have to call you, and every time I call you, you got to go and look it up. You should know some of this stuff. All these resellers you got, some of this stuff should be like plain black and white, give you the answer, you know, and move on. You know, it's just too often that you call and they put you on hold, and like middleman say, they hang up on you, you know, when you give them a question that they don't fully understand, which
Yeah.
is just crazy to me.
yeah. That you know, it happened to me recently. They suspended me off the platform, right? And their reasoning was so just asinine. It was just dumb. And I didn't know what it meant. I tried to call them and ask them what it meant. It was like I got suspended for time off misuse. I'm like, what is suspended for time off misuse? And only thing I could think about
Took
when
too
the
much time
hurricanes,
off, man.
huh?
He
I'm thinking,
took too much time off.
no, you know, so crazy. When the hurricanes happened last year, right? Um, the post
Yeah,
office
I
was
agree
shut
with you.
down for two to 3 days. So I couldn't ship, so I had to put that in time off, right? I I I brought it back in off of vacation, but for some reason the system highlighted those days in out the blue months later, just months later out the blue suspension. So I'm like, what is going on? Your account is suspended for time off misuse. Months later. I think it was the beginning one at the beginning of this month. I mean this year. It was the beginning of this year. And I was like, what is that? So I called. I said, could you explain to me what am I doing wrong or what I need to correct? Because I don't understand. Well, what's the time off misuse when I'm not on vacation? I'm looking in the system. What is it? She said, yeah, I'm going to send you up to seller for technical support. That's what she said, technical support. I said, fine, okay. She said, they're going to call you within the hour. You know what? I'm still waiting for that technical support call.
Hey, what's going on, Swamp P? Appreciate you coming out, brother.
What's up,
Never
Glenn?
got it. And then so funny, an hour or two after that, they terminated my account.
On Walmart?
Yeah,
Wow.
he was
Terminated my
hot too,
account.
boy.
Just
He was
me
hot,
calling,
Johnny.
asking them what's going on.
He
So
was
I said,
hot, Johnny. I had to talk him off the ledge, Johnny.
bro,
He was ready to jump.
it's crazy because I called you to ask you what am I doing wrong?
Right.
Please explain to me so I can correct it. Man,
So
I
did
guess
they have a glitch in their system that made it think you were still on vacation or something?
it had to been. It had to been. I don't understand. And the crazy part about it, I've been getting orders and shipping every single day.
See,
But
So
that's
you're
the
you're
thing
fulfilling them,
with them
right?
too.
yeah,
That's the
yeah.
frustration I have with them is they don't cross reference anything. You know,
No.
it would have been easy for them to see that he's not on vacation because he's still shipping.
Right.
It's just like when you have a package that's delivered, they won't even go in to check to see if the package delivered before they give the customer a refund. You know, it's just they don't cross reference anything, which is just dumb to me.
Yeah.
I don't understand that at all.
I think I'm gonna wait to get on Walmart then. Lord
I was
Jesus.
I,
Yeah, they it's some growing pains for sure.
I was
You
so
know,
upset, man. I shout out to Buff taught me off. Taught me to just keep it going, and he helped me out to get back on there based off of a letter that he got. Right, he's very good at what he do. He need to start selling that. But
hey man, I'm looking into it, bro. Put it together, man. Put it out
but
there.
and
Yeah.
it's simple too to get back on there. But the reason for suspending it, because they were suspending people a lot that month. Like everybody, if you're looking at videos in February, March, and April, you was noticing a lot of people getting suspended off of Walmart. It was just a lot of people getting suspended, and I think they was doing something with their system, and their system was glitching, but they wasn't letting you back on.
Well, look at Poshmark. How many people got suspended recently, starting May 1st when they changed the new policies and about listing and deleting and relisting your items, anything in your store that's a max amount of over 10.
Yeah,
People are getting suspended for that too, you know? So it's got to be when the glitches are happening, when they're doing these updates and they're not giving anybody the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
You got to fight for yourself.
yeah, they
Yeah, I
about
think Amazon is doing something somewhat similar too,
yeah,
because things that we've been ungated on for a few years, they're going back now and gating us in those things.
yeah,
You know, which is crazy. I'm
Yeah.
like, what happened to the grandfather clause that you all talked about years ago?
Yep.
You know, if you've been selling this item for at least 2 to 3 years, how you gonna come back now and say I can't sell it? But that goes back into the conversation we had a few months ago about just creating your own. You get your own website going, then you ain't really gotta play these games that they
Yeah.
try to put us through.
Exactly.
yeah. And the crazy part with Amazon, they gating you on stuff you got ungated in using the system they told you to use.
Yeah,
What
it
happened to
It
me
makes
last
no
year?
sense.
I had been ungated in Hasbro and Barbie and Funko Pop by me getting these invoices and getting these
Yeah,
everything I was supposed to do. I got everything ungated. And then all of a sudden last year, because it was in January and February, all of a sudden I'm getting letters that saying that I got to reapply for it because I'm gated. It's like, wait a minute, I buy these, and you got to buy by the case. You can't buy just a few.
yeah.
right.
I'm buying directly from the wholesale company. It's like, no, no.
Or like Nike, Nike. I got ungated in Nike years ago, and all of a sudden they gate me in it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't just get, well, some people did back in the day did get auto ungated in Nike, but I didn't get auto ungated in Nike. I had to actually go buy Nikes and submit it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden this year here they saying you can't sell it, and then they say you
Yeah,
got to buy a hundred of those items just to get ungated. Like what,
They make it raising the quantity.
yep.
bro?
And they want to see the inventory,
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
it ain't just submitting the invoice anymore. You got to submit the invoice along with showing them pictures of the inventory.
Yep.
Which is crazy. I went around and around with them on Hasbro for about 3 weeks, and they just would not approve that
Well,
invoice.
look at Richie.
congratulations.
He finally did it after 7 submissions, and they finally approved them. And he just
Hey,
did
a whole year later, hey Richie, hey,
a whole year later.
that's
And now he
Walmart.
can list 10,000 items.
Hey, welcome to Walmart.
Welcome to
Hey
a new
man,
headache, right?
hey, you had to come talk it up. You had to talk it up. Congratulations, man.
Hey,
Well, good
Hey,
luck on
man.
your new adventure.
don't
You
go
have
on
to let us know.
vacation. I tell you
Yeah,
that. Don't go on vacation.
or
Yeah,
send your stuff into them.
that 10,000 items is going to increase once you get
Yeah.
about 1,000 items listed on their platform. They're going to boost you up another 10.
And then the more you do it, and the more you sell, and the more you're shipping out, they'll raise it. Because look at me right now. I just turned 5 years. It'll be 6 years in July that I've been with eBay. And just this year, I have unlimited listings now. I don't have a set limit anymore.
Yeah.
But you have to keep doing it. You just can't. You got to
Yeah,
make sure you sticking with your shipping and your labels and sending things out and taking care of customer service. All that happens, not just one thing.
right.
And Richard,
Yeah, man. Congratulations, Richard.
once you get your store up and start listing stuff on there, Richie, go in there and set up your WFS because you have to set it up. It don't automatically allow you to send it to Walmart. You got to set it up. So once they give you the green light and you start listing on there, go ahead and set up your WFS.
Yeah, just get ready for the headache with seller support, though, because they definitely a headache if you need them.
And it's a simple setup. You're gonna see they're a whole lot simpler than Amazon. They just don't have no customer service. The customer service is poop, just straight up. Oh man,
Let's see what he said.
yeah, you got to put your number.
Now he's not looking forward to being selling on Walmart.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah,
Walmart is a game changer. It just if you can get past that nonsense that they do, man, you just try to keep an Amazon mind frame on it without the help. You know what
yeah.
I mean?
I mean, everything you see they trying to do is basically mirroring what Amazon already have in place. Because I know when I first got on, you pretty much can sell anything except for Walmart products.
Yeah,
And now it's like they starting to slowly but surely
gate
uh,
you.
gate you in different things. So like on Walmart, I can't sell Legos on there.
Me either.
So it's a few other brands that they will try to box you out of, but they just trying to pick up on Amazon Blueprint. But the seller support is definitely subpar. You know, they got some work to do.
But other than that, they're going to compete with sales with Amazon.
Oh yeah,
You will
yeah,
see that the
yeah,
volume is there.
yeah,
The volume is there. I
yeah.
promise you, the volume there.
You got the products, you can make some money on there.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
And the fourth
and you
quarter
ain't
going
got.
to open your
And
eyes.
another thing is you don't have all the competition.
Yep. The fourth quarter going to open your eyes if you dive deep into it. You might start pulling stuff off of Amazon and putting it on there.
Yeah,
I want to say this too. A lot of people have the misconception that right now they shouldn't have to worry about Q4. Right now is the time to get ready for Q4 because we're
yeah,
almost ending Q2. Now we're going to go to the third quarter. You got to start really getting things ready now for Q4.
Yes, sir.
right.
If you're not ready, it's going to hit you hard.
That's
Yeah,
why
when
I'm
we
doing all the shipping now. That's
Yeah.
why I'm doing all that shipping now. Because
Yeah,
when
because they
we
have
do
a cutoff time that
the
you have to have it in before a certain date too.
yeah,
yeah,
well, they say that, but they say
yeah,
that,
yeah.
but
But what I'm saying is for these new people to get into that swing of things, they need to make
yeah,
sure they get there.
Yeah. That's true. That's
that's
true.
true.
That's true.
Because if
Looking
you're a
at
well
that, looking
seasoned
at
one, you know the backgrounds of things. Where if somebody's new, I
Yeah,
would not wait till the last minute.
yeah,
no, no,
yeah,
no.
yeah,
No. You're gonna miss all the sales. If you wait till the last minute, you're gonna miss all the sales.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
wait till the end of the third quarter, you're missing a lot of sales
yeah,
already.
yeah,
Don't wait till the end of the third quarter to start sending your stuff in. Start
yeah.
sending this stuff in now.
yeah.
And when the third quarter comes and goes, you're gonna start seeing the uptick in sales on both platforms and eBay as well. You start
Yeah.
seeing those uptick in sales in the third quarter.
That's
Because a
true.
lot of people early buyers. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
True. People buying right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got those early shoppers that get ahead of the curve.
And
Um, hey, we at hour and 11 minutes, man. We're gonna go ahead and we already did our giveaways. I don't have any show and tell tonight. Middleman, you got any?
I got two.
Okay, let's show it.
I'm gonna shoot them out real quick, real quick.
All right. Oh, okay. There you go.
All right. One of them is Daredevil. Buff seen me
Yep.
win this the other night.
Yeah, that's nice.
That mug is nice, bro. That mug nice. All right. I ain't yelling at no prices because I've been getting in trouble. And they say the middleman pick it. All right. And this
And
Vision.
that's whatnot, right?
Yep, this is the one nights.
Yeah, that's nice, man.
That's two of them. That's all I'm showing tonight. So, you know.
A teaser, right?
Yeah. I got man, look, we've been buying, boy. Woo, we've been buying. Most of my Amazon shipment that I just did is from whatnot buys.
Okay.
Yeah,
It-
there's some money to be made on whatnot if you find the right shows.
yeah.
Just be careful, paying attention to detail
Oh yeah.
when you buying
Watch,
those items.
watch
Uh,
them.
but yeah, so let's go ahead and close this one out. Middleman, got anything you want to plug?
Yeah. I'm gonna have a whatnot show coming up pretty soon. I haven't laid it out. Once I get a lot of this shipping going, I got to at least ship 500 items from Amazon, 500 items from eBay. Then I'm gonna take a break, ship out, and then I'm gonna do whatnot, and then go from there. I know that's for me doing it part time. 500 is a lot, at one time. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to do at least up from 60 to 100 items every shipment. But follow me on whatnot. Follow me on Instagram. Is the Middleman Picker. Thank y'all for coming out. I appreciate the support of everybody who has been supporting. We'll see y'all next week, and y'all have a good holiday, man. Don't drink too much. Don't eat too much. And look, this a panel with veterans tonight.
Yep.
We got the veterans panel tonight.
That's right.
Yep.
So shout out to all the veterans out there, man. The brothers and sisters out there.
Yep.
And then some of the cousins. All y'all. Shout out.
Shout out to Resale Daddy too, man. I don't know if I gave him a shout out in the chat. I just saw
Who?
his name pop up.
Oh, he just popped
Resell
up.
Daddy.
Yeah, Resale Daddy Greg.
What's going on, Greg?
Yeah. So Johnny, I know you got a lot to plug. Go ahead and plug everything.
This week, Monday through Friday, I do my 8:30 morning show. Monday through Thursday, it's called the Morning Boost, where we give positive feedback and positive things we talk about every day, Monday through Thursday with my co-host. Friday is Would You Buy It or Would You Leave It? It's a game we play every Friday. Tomorrow, 4:30 is Bingo, Fun Night Bingo. It's free to play, free to win. We ship out our prizes every Saturday. This Wednesday is my Hump Day auction. This Thursday coming, I'll be on with the Mooleywood Squares. That's once a month, the last Thursday of the month. And that's on Tracy Cakes Coffee and Shop, where it's like a Hollywood Squares setup, but we all sell at the same time. And so that's going to be this Thursday coming. The following Thursday, which will be the 5th, I will be on with Grandma's Closet. She's doing her annual Gay Pride Classy Crap Auction, and that's going to be May the 5th. And this Sunday coming, the next Sunday coming, this the 1st, I'll also be on with Two Old Guys Vintage and Resale. I'm on their channel every first Tuesday or Sunday of each month. And that's my schedule in a week and a month. And the one on Thursday, I'm on every last third Thursday of each month. I'm permanent there every month.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot. Hey, congratulations to the winners of the giveaways tonight. And basically, like Middleman Johnny said, this is a panel of veterans. You got 2 Army guys, 1 Navy guy.
Yep.
And I just want to give a salute to all military people that served and the ones that perished. Some gave a little and some gave it all. and this is what this weekend is all about. It's just crazy how Memorial Day weekend has changed into a big sale weekend instead of a weekend of going out and
Yep.
showing, you know,
Going
and
the ultimate
respect to
price.
those who put their life down for the freedoms that we have in this country.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I want to thank everyone that served in either force of this United States for your service, and the ones that we lost in battle. With that being said, Buffalo Picker, D Middleman, Cajun Roots, Defend the Hustle. See you all next week.
Good night, everyone, and be safe out